he's like a 2006 era Nog. Do you see that in the tape that you've watched? Do you feel like he is improving, or do you think that's just kind of a front on his part?
I think he's very positive. I mean, I think McGarrett would always interview every camp before the fight was the best camp. Every training session was the best, and he feels the best. He's back, and then after the fight, we talk about what injuries were happening. So it's hard to really get a fix on that. I do know that watching the Brandon Shaw fight, he seemed still kind of hobbled and injured. But then he himself said that he was injured before that, or wasn't ready quite yet. I guess I forgot what the statement was that fight. But he looked like the same fighter to me. The way he moved his head, the way he moved his hands, his footwork. But I mean, after 40 fights, how much you really change?
I think the fight in general afterwards, you got on the winning end, he was kind of tough hard on those guys. Does that ever make you want to fight a certain kind of fight to do the boss with the fans?
Absolutely not. Not even slightly tempted. I want to go out there and fight the best fight possible. Because if you look at the most successful fighters, I don't think they really listen too much. I mean, George St. Pierre, he could take more risks, I guess, but then I think that Vasily, he goes out there and wins fights, and he's very strategic about how he does it. I'm a fan.
Does it kind of just like steel yourself against that outside criticism style, especially when you're winning?
No, I kind of laugh at it. With the Miracle fight, I saw a little bit afterwards. I thought I could have done a little bit more. I think I was a little bit cautious, and I respected Miracle probably more than, not that it's bad that he respects him. I think maybe I was really looking for the old Miracle. I expected hit kicks to come flying, and really was watching for it. In the Roy fight, I didn't really see any criticism. I was like, I was a big, tough guy. I hit him a bunch of times, and I was fatigued in the third round. They were talking about. I'm like, in the first 2 rounds, I fought pretty hard. It was a little difficult for me to pick him up and drop him that many times in a row. So I didn't really. That's why sometimes you listen to criticism, you're like, but I mean, at the same time, I understand though. It doesn't upset me. I guess that's why I laugh about it. I think though, his motivation. I think really the true story of the first fight was that he underestimated him. Because if he was really that injured, would you take the fight if you knew the guy you're fighting was going to kill him? Dangerous, tough guy. But if you're injured and you don't think much of your opponent, why not jump into the fight? We've had many fighters say that, against that guy I'll take the fight, but I got to fight that guy. No, I'm injured. My injury's not good enough. So I think really it's just the fact of the matter is he underestimated me the first time. I'm thinking he's not going to do it the second time.
He said that on the countdown that he underestimated you. Did you see that first night? Did you think it was the first time he got the cage? That he had underestimated you that night?
I didn't notice, obviously. I mean, that wasn't my thought process when I was punching him in the face. That, you underestimated me. Afterwards, I thought about it. I was like, when he talked about the injuries, that's when I started realizing, like, if you were that injured or that sick, why'd you still jump in and take the fight? Fighters pull out of fights all the time.
Does that offend you as a fighter when somebody underestimates you?
Oh, of course. Wouldn't offend everybody if I sat there and I was like, I don't think much of you as a writer. You'd be like, what? We would all be upset, right? Who wants to be ever undermined or underestimated?